Paul Lawrence Vann. He's going to talk to us. It's okay to clap. It's okay.
Yeah, clap.
Paul Lawrence Vann. He got fans in this audience. All right. He's going to be talking to us on the topic, lead yourself first.
Gotcha.
Adversity demands self-leadership. Welcome to the stage. Start clapping. Paul Lawrence Vann.
All right. Thank you. It was October 1992. I remember it like it was yesterday. I traveled from Washington, D.C. to St. Thomas, and we were going to participate in a triathlon representing the Pentagon in addition to it being part of our military duty. And I tell you, that flight was really, really long, and by the end of the day, I was exhausted. I was so exhausted that I was not thinking about going to the beach or to get a margarita. But what I was thinking about doing was finding my room in addition to my bed. Now, we arrived at the condo. I unpacked my bags, and I laid down, and your boy was knocked out. I was asleep. I was exhausted. And then, in the wee hours of the night, my teammate, Tony, stated, "Wake up, Paul, wake up. We've been robbed." Whew. That was a tough pill to swallow. But I got up, and I decided to go to check the nightstand. I looked for my watch and my wallet, and it was gone. So I walked out to the living room. I looked at the patio door, and it was ajar. It was real. We had been robbed. And it was the worst day, the worst day of my life. The next thing that happened is that I decided at that moment that I, in fact, needed to do something about it. We had arrived in St. Thomas to participate in a team triathlon against 23 other countries representing the Pentagon. And I must tell you, it did not work out good for us that day. Now, one of the things that happened at that time, I was a strapping 6 foot tall, 195 pounds. But I wasn't the only one. Two of my teammates, they were bulk big because we had been training for months to compete. But I want to tell you something. I was afraid because they not only robbed us, but the realization that came to me was they could have killed us. Whew. I took a deep breath because I was trying to process what had happened. And for many of us in this room, we encounter adversity at some point in our lives. And we have to do something to overcome it. We have to navigate it. And one of the ways to navigate it is through self-leadership. And by self-leadership, what I mean is defined as a person who assesses themselves completely, authentically, and they do not try to influence or lead anyone else until they become the best leader they can be. Now, how many of you have encountered adversity before of any mode? Let's see a show of hands. All right, every hand is raised, and what that tells me is this, is that we're going to encounter adversity at some point in our lives, and the thing that we have to do is to find a way to navigate it, because we don't know when the adversity is going to occur, and we don't know how, but we must, each and every one of us must be able to find a way forward. And one of the ways that I did it, when my teammates and I were down there, I came up with a plan for myself because the robber was still out there. And so they had to move us to a different location. But I followed a 3-step program I'm going to share with you right now that anytime in the future that you encounter some adversity, you can apply this blueprint no matter what it is, and it will work for you. And number one, it is the spirit of resilience. How many of you know about resilience? Resilience is really all about modifications, making adjustments, and becoming stronger through the experience. And number two, it's all about that self-awareness. Self-awareness about knowing exactly who you are, knowing who you are, what you're all about, how you think, your thoughts, your values. And then number three, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is all about how you control yourself, and then how do you make adjustments in the process, and also having some empathy as you're going through this situation. And so the thing that I want to say to you is the fact that when it comes to adversity, it demands self-leadership. You have to lead yourself first. And one of the things I want to leave you with is this, is that you have to find a way to navigate through adversity and never, ever, and I mean ever, allow adversity to define your destiny. Thank you so much.
All right, keep clapping.